I'm Sarah Sarber with saddlefit@sarahsarber.com, and this is Huey. He happens to be my pull him out and make any nervous novice feel better about their own horse, because he's a bit of my gentle giant who does all the things. We're going to be showing you how to do the groundwork that I do with every single horse I work with. Before I get on them, it doesn't matter whether they're a really well-trained horse or a baby or just starting them under saddle. I do all of these. It simply makes them more respectful. Plus, if you have a horse that you have trouble loading in the trailer, or they don't stand well, or you can't get them to the mounting block, all of these exercises help that. It also helps if you've got the horse that gets distracted when it's away from home or even at home. So first of all, you need your proper tool. You need a whip or a crop that is properly sized to you and your horse. I need a longer dressage whip. Huey is an 81 blanket, so I need to be able to reach back, and being aware that some of these, especially when we're asking them to move their haunches, sometimes a horse will kick, and we always want to be safe. If I'm working with a pony, I of course want a shorter whip. So the first thing we do is reverse, asking them to back. If you notice, I have very loose, because I'm not actually using the rope, the halter. There's nothing. All I'm doing is keeping him from not nibbling on me, because he happens to be the lovey, doesn't understand space horse. So first of all, just a rub and a tap, asking them to back. And you start with a single tap, and then make the tap more, bigger, 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 until they respond. Sometimes you'll have a horse that wants to lean in and doesn't listen, in which case switch from the handle to the lash and tap on the cannons. Most horses are going to back up when you do that. Also be aware, if you have a horse that is a striker, do not be in range of that, and maybe don't do that at all. And eventually you want to get to where you can simply point and your horse will back. And it's all one step. So I actually use the word back, good boy, and back, good boy. So your whip is an extension of your hand, your arm, and it is not just the discipline, it's also your reward. If at any time your horse is pushing into your space, being disrespectful, you go back to the back, because that is you establishing your authority. The next one is the shoulder, where we're basically asking for a turn on the haunches. So it's shoulder, and at first it's even a lean the right direction. Then you want them to move their feet, and eventually you want them to cross over correctly. Shoulder, which we may or may not get, simply because he's gotten older and arthritic. So I'm not going to ask that much of him. And a good boy. Whatever you do on one side, you then do on the other. Shoulder. And there we get a nice perfect cross. Maybe if he steps all the way through. And shoulder. Good boy. This is a good one, asking them to do the side, simply because it makes them more responsive to your leg under saddle. And side. And again, you want them to get to where they are properly crossing. Good boy. Very good. And make sure you're just asking for one step at a time and making it small, especially if you have a horse that gets excited. You don't want them to be getting hot off of these exercises. The whole point is for them to be calmer and listening better to you at the end than the beginning. I'm simply going to go to the next one, which is the haunches. I have had, I think, one mare not try to kick me when I do this. And I've had maybe one or two geldings actually kick at me. Mostly it's the mares. So be aware where you're standing and don't stand in kicking range. And you're aiming right there and asking for a haunch. And basically doing a nice turn on the forehand. And again, you're going to be touching, tapping to begin with. If the horse doesn't move, it's more of a tap, 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 tap. Make it stronger until they do. When you start, if they lean, praise them. Tell them good. And then expect a better response the next time. And then get to where haunch. All you have to do is point. Good boy. Very good. The last one we're going to do is your trailer loading mounting block step. And that's right up at the top of the croup, and it's step, and again, it is one step and whoa. One step and whoa. Good boy. Very good. So they're calm, attentive, listening, and I'll have horses that people say they're not going to load, and generally, there's always the exception to the rule, but generally within 20 minutes, just of doing this, kind of ignoring the trailer, getting them lined up with the trailer, walk, step back, walk away, leave it, come back, do this. After about 20 minutes, the horse is going, oh, please, woman, just let me in that trailer and leave me alone. So that makes it less stressful for the horse and for everybody else for the rest of their lives. Follow me for more tips and tricks and things to keep in your toolbox for your horse training. Have a lovely day.